I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Tonight's invocation will be given by Pastor Dillon. He's the assistant pastor at First Baptist Church here in Dillon. Glenn, thank you for coming out tonight.
You're welcome. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for this country that we live in and the freedoms that we have. I thank you for this city and for all these individuals who help provide leadership and direction. And Lord, I just pray that you give them wisdom, not only tonight, but throughout their lives. As your word tells us, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So I pray that they will have their faith and trust in you. And I pray for whatever business matters that are going on here tonight, that the right way, the right decisions, whatever has to happen will be clear, and that you'll just bless all those involved in this meeting tonight. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Glenn, thank you very much. And Glenn is one of our all-star soccer coaches, so he's getting ready to go out to the cold soccer field. Glenn, thank you for coaching those kids. Have fun tonight.
Yeah.
All right, first on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. Can we get a motion? Do we have discussion? All in favor? Opposed? All right, approval of the minutes, regular council meeting, October 13th, 2025. Do we have a second? Second. Discussion. All in favor? Opposed? All right, mayor's report. So October, again, was another busy month in the city of Dillon. You know, we had several events, and a lot of the events, of course, it was breast cancer month, and we had several events highlighting or bringing awareness to breast cancer. Also, it was domestic violence month, and we had several events, of course, to promote or recognize domestic violence in our area. And of course, a lot of that was sponsored by our friends over at the PD Coalition, and we do appreciate them for all that they do for our community. So thank you for that, and thank everyone who participated in that. Also, we were fortunate for the last 10 days, or for 10 days at the end of October, to have a tent revival, and that was from the Follow Me Crusades group, and that was out there close to the airport out there. And I think there was a big number of people that went out there to that, so it was good to have them here right outside of town.
I can see now.
A couple of weeks ago, we had the chance to go down to Charleston and to the inland port. It was the state of the port down there, and this is where businessmen and women from all over the state and people that are in the shipping business come together, and they kind of hear from how the port's doing as a whole. And of course, Dillon is a big part of that with inland port here in Dillon, and there's also one up in Greer. And it was nice to be able to socialize with those people, and you know, it really it highlights Dillon and how important Dillon is around the state. We do have an inland port here, and people do recognize Dillon as being a vital part of the port system and commerce in South Carolina. So it was nice to be down there and to be able to represent the county. Of course, we had a pretty good little delegation went with us, but it was a very nice event, and we do appreciate being involved in that. And of course, we had several events here in town. One of those was Halloween. And of course, Lisa, we had the Jack-o'-lantern Jubilee downtown. I want to thank you for all the rides and games. And James, you had some of your crowd out there. They were working the game, so we do appreciate all those people, all those guys, girls, and men and women out there that helped do that and put that on. There were a lot of kids. My kids always look forward to that, and they got way too much candy, of course. I hope everybody had a good time. And then out at the Wellness Center, Chief Lane and the police department had their trunk or treat. And there again, there was, how many kids you think were out there, Chief?
I would say we were close to 1,000 people there.
At least. So it was a good event. It gets the community together, and of course they gave away lots of candy, and everybody was happy, and had some pretty good decorations and costumes out there by the police force. So we appreciate you guys doing that for the community. That does mean a lot. And also this past month we had a chant, or actually it was it last week, Lisa? We went out to the high school. To the high school, was it last week? So last week we went out there and talk to the 10th grade class about local government and city government, and then Lisa talked about downtown and downtown development, and those kids had lots of questions, lots of pretty tough questions. Anyway, we tried our best to answer it, but we do appreciate the administration out there and the teachers for allowing us to go out there and the kids to participate in that. And then I will say that, you know, after this meeting tonight, we'll start off the holiday season, and of course Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then Veterans Day is going to be tomorrow. And I will say, dress warm. If anybody's out there watching and they would like to be in the parade, we will find them a ride. Be at the fountain at 10 o'clock to line up. We'll step off from the fountain and come down here to Veterans Square, and then we will have a short program at 11, and that will be our Veterans program. But please dress warm, and we hope to have a really, really good crowd out there. And also, of course, we'll have several other different things going on, and I think Lisa's going to talk about that. Of course, we'll have the Market Pavilion. It's going to be the 19th. That's at 11. It would be nice if we could have a really good representation. I think the community is very excited about that facility, and they want to hear what we have to say at the grand opening, and it's going to be a really, really nice event out there. And then, of course, we'll have the Christmas tree lighting and the Christmas parade and all the normal Christmas stuff. So please come out and participate. It's going to be a really, really busy time in the city of Dillon from now till the holidays. And then lastly, I would like to recognize Chief Lane. After 28 years of service to the city of Dillon and the city of Dillon Police Force, in 10 years as chief, he's decided to retire. Chief Lane leaves behind a long legacy of honorable service to the city of Dillon and all of our citizens. We want to thank Chief Lane for all that he's done. You know, we could be out here all night talking about your accomplishments and everything that you've done, you know, from bringing the community and the police force closer together, to the new facility out there, to all the high-tech gadgets you guys use to keep track of people. You know, there's been so much that you have done for the police, well, for the city of Dillon and the citizens of the city of Dillon. And, you know, Chief, you're leaving the city and the police department in way better shape than you found it. You know, you'll always be a friend to the city of Dillon and to all the citizens, and we really appreciate everything that you've done. You leave behind a legacy of proud service, and the group of officers that you've got down there, you know, you've trained them, and the legacy that you leave with those guys, it'll carry on, and it shows, and it reflects on you. So thank you for all you've done, and thank you for your service to the city of Dillon.
Thank you, Mayor.
And that's all I have. Mr. Rogers.
Okay, thank you, Mayor, Council. I just kind of want to follow up with what Tally said. You know, I think that was very well said. You know, David's been a big part of the city for, like I said, for 28 years. I've been here. You know, much of that time we've worked well together. Like I said, anything you've ever asked, you know, he's been right on top of it. He's been a big asset to the community, and he's going to be well missed. I hope, David, you enjoy yourself. I know you got other opportunities ahead of you, but you always have some, you know, friends and family here that, you know, we love you and we'll miss you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time here. Okay, let's get back into it. I guess the first thing I want to do tonight, as you see, we got a big crowd here. Anderson Brothers Bank's here. I'm gonna stand up and talk a little bit about these folks and something they're partnering with us on. Let's see here. I guess it was early summer. I had a meeting with Miss Lisa here, and we talked about some things we could do downtown. And I want to make our downtown more vibrant, colorful, things like that. So what we decided to do was a downtown beautification project. So how are we going to do this? So we tossed around some ideas, and Anderson Brothers, they were in the mix on, they want to, what can we do to help? What can we do to help? Like I said, they always step up in the community. We came up with a plan to beautify downtown. It's a Main Street beautification project from 6th Avenue to Martin Luther King. And what they've agreed to do is install 18 self-watering hanging baskets with custom brackets. They'll be located on all the poles obviously, they'll be filled with flowers, you know, hanging from the poles on Main Street.
It's, okay, so it doesn't, I didn't put it together, but it's got these.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
got, so, we had to have 40 custom-made brackets to go with these,
So
the
you come
company.
along and you put your water in the.
Yeah, pour
And so
water
it's
in
for
the
the whole
front.
week. It's pretty hefty, so we've got 18 of these right now. We're gonna be ordering several more for, to extend it on down a little bit past Pope's also. Earth Planter is the company that we're using. We got them through the Municipal Association in Main Street, South Carolina. But heavy duty. We're gonna have a planting party, obviously, this spring, so be prepared for that. But yeah, it holds,
Oh, a lot of flowers.
huh?
I said, oh, a lot
A
of flowers.
lot of flowers.
All right.
Yeah, anyway,
All right, we're
we
moving
got
on.
a lot of these. They're pretty big and heavy.
So also, in a part of their agreement, they agreed to purchase 40 new street banners. So if you notice downtown now, we have these big red banners on the poles that say, "Welcome to Dillon." We're gonna do a little change up, and, you know, we'll buy 40 new of these banners that'll be located, you know, along Main Street.
Now, this dye lot is not correct. They're actually reprinting them for us because for some reason the blues didn't turn out right. But these are the new banners that will be going up after the holidays. We've received 40 of these. We will receive 40 new ones very soon. That will be the true colors that they're supposed to be. But we created these, and this is what we got. Brand new.
Yeah.
Also, we purchased 4 large planters.
I couldn't bring
They're
those.
too
They're
big
too
to come
big.
in, it'll be a big,
I really did try.
they're probably 4 or 5 feet around, you know, with, you know, stationed them strategically throughout downtown, so you have some color on the corners, you know, visible areas and high traffic areas, you know, just to bring some, you know, color and life to downtown.
They're actually going to weigh 600 pounds once they have the flowers and the soil and stuff in
So
them.
they're pretty, very nice planters. So also a part of this deal, we're creating an interactive custom mural at 100 West Main Street. That's right at the corner of North Railroad Avenue, and it'll be on the side of Price's old
it's on
furniture
Kimmy's building.
It'll be a mural. This is a replica of it, which it'll be, you know, twice this big. You stand in front of it. It's an interactive type mural. You can take a picture of it. Look like you're wearing wings or you're swinging.
How big?
It's big.
So, Cammy's building,
I would imagine it's
It's,
probably
20 by 20
yeah,
or
something
so?
like that.
Big as that
Big.
wall.
Big as that wall. So the price area is still gonna be on there, it's got the words on there.
Yeah.
But the butterfly, you'll be able to stand in front of it, just like you have wings behind you. And the swing, you'll be able to sit on it like you're swinging. The Red Cardinals, you wanna tell the story?
You go ahead.
Okay, the Red Cardinals are obviously for the Red Cardinal coffee shop. And then the verse here was something that was special to Fallen. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Once we said we were going to do the mural, when we asked if we could do the mural there, and it was agreed, that's exactly what she said we wanted to have on there.
Yeah.
So, this is what is, he started today. I don't think he's painting tomorrow, it might be too cold, but he did start today. So, And-
So this is a sizable donation. Anytime we've asked Anderson Brothers to come around, they've stepped up, you know, to help us at the recreation facilities, just a good community partner. And as a part of this collaboration, the Anderson Brothers Bank will have exclusive naming rights to the festival marketplace stage for 5 years, from November 25th through November 30th. So we are proud to name the festival marketplace sign stage in honor of Anderson Brothers Bank. This is, you know, a fitting tribute to their long-standing commitment to the heart of the community. So, you know, this is, you know, a big deal for them, big deal for us, you know. And also, you know, if we want to bring those up, let them have a picture, you know, we want them to, you know, get their due publicity.
come on, crowd.
You know, from the city, we want to sincerely thank Anderson Brothers Bank for their continued investment in downtown Dillon. Their partnership is helping us build a downtown that's not only beautiful, but more vibrant, welcoming, and full of life for everyone who visits. So we want to thank them.
All right, on either side of me, how about that? Okay, come on. Other side, there we go. All right. I want to say it's always a pleasure working with you guys in every capacity. But the minute y'all walk into an event, the whole little gang is always happy to be there, and it's just an really great energy. So thank you very much.
We appreciate everything y'all do.
Very quick, but we appreciate y'all, and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
They won't be here for the rest of my
I
presentation.
think they're ready.
They won't be here for the rest of our presentation, but the unveiling of the stage sign will take place on November 26th at the very first inaugural event, the Thanksgiving Groovin' Eve concert that we'll be doing at the Festival Marketplace. So hopefully you guys will be there when we unveil the sign. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you, appreciate everything.
Thank you.
So I just have one more thing tonight. The city of Dillon's been awarded the opportunity to receive a South Carolina PRT grant, which is Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. The grant's up to $120,000. So, for a $120,000 grant, we're on the hook for a 20% match. So that's like $24,000. I need you guys' blessing to accept this grant. I think it's a good opportunity to do some more work at the sports complex. I have to have a stated idea of what we're going to do with this money. If any of you been out to the soccer fields, football field complex, as you all know, the concession stands and bathroom is it's not what we want.
Yeah.
So I envision spending some of this money to develop or engineer a new bathroom and concession complex out there. I don't know if any of Tim, you've been over there in it. I mean, it's pretty bad.
I've been around.
The county, right? The county?
Well, over where the soccer fields are, where you,
Oh, yeah.
it's in really bad shape. So, we talk about our 2% money a lot, having a plan.
Use that.
Well,
Match.
120,000, well, I don't know if I can build what I'm talking about for $120,000. If you build a new concession stands, I know, I ain't, but we gotta spend some of this money, and that's what it's for, recreation and all. It's an idea, I'll bring back a plan, lay out a plan what we can spend our money on. So I think it's a good idea that it's something that, we're spending it back where it needs to be, in the kids, in the community, in recreation and tourism. It's things that we need. So I'll bring you back a plan on maybe some costs, see where that goes. But I would like to go ahead and submit it and say that, we would like to receive this money, if I have all of the blessing on that.
This is the first year we won't have that $240,000 payment.
Right.
So
So
it'll be a good time.
if you look at your financial statement, you see what we have there in 2%, and that money is, it's.
We want to because we've got projects.
Exactly, and I'm trying to lay out to repair some of the things we have now, to get us back to where we want to be, to, move forward. So if I can get your blessing and a vote on accepting that money.
Discussion?
We're not obligated, we
No,
just
we're not.
give you the right to go and
Yeah. And then-
investigate and
Yeah.
find out what you want, and
what-
how much it'll cost.
That's correct.
We just doing those two, or we gonna do the ones up there and on the county side?
Well, I'm gonna get some costs, those need to be repaired as well. But, it's really
They
embarrassing.
turn that over to us.
Yes, sir. We,
Yeah, let's turn those over.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it. Yeah, they turned that over to us about 3-4 years ago now.
All the facilities.
Yes, sir. So when you got to bring porta johns in for folks, when you hosted state tournaments and things like that, you want something more first class than that.
Yeah, right.
All right, all in favor?
I-
Opposed?
What happened with the restroom we're gonna build out?
It's in the works. It's being engineered now. They have a drawing. It should be going out to bids in the first of the year. Yes. We are gonna build a little restroom facility out at the new playground and splash pad, to keep folks from going inside. A little bit more to building that than I thought. You gotta get it site survey for power, water, sewer, all those kind of things. But it's taking a little bit longer than I thought, but, I think we're on the right road to almost getting it out to bids. So hopefully by next,
It doesn't have any sewage over there.
it does.
Tina, you got that vote?
So when that gets closer by, we'll in the first year, it should go out to bids. Let's see what else I have too much tonight to discuss here. Our projects, like I said, I've been updating you on those and moving right along. Not a whole lot of changes, getting closer to being done. The Market Pavilion Festival Marketplace, the grand opening is going to be on November 19th. All the public is welcome to come. It's going to be, at 11 o'clock that day. Hopefully everybody comes out and we have a big turnout. It's a facility, to be very proud of. Also, another thing I have right quick is our water meter project is wrapping up. We've got a few decisions to make there. On this new system, on everybody's water meter, there's installed what you call an MXU. So on the top of the meter lid, if you look at them, it's a flat lid and there's a round plastic piece on top of on the lid. So these pieces cost like $200 a piece. So any of you, if you Trico Water has these, and the potential for them to be damaged, can happen with a lawnmower, weed eater, things like that. So if they get damaged, sir,
Is it smart to put something like that?
that's just the way it has to be done. That's just a part of the process. So what, anytime there's a problem with a meter now, we majority eat the cost of it. So, a lot of communities, when they do this project, they implement a ordinance that if the apparatus gets damaged, it's the responsibility of the homeowner to fix that. So that's something we got to consider. Do we want to eat the cost on those?
Why don't we get a track record?
Okay, so you want to let it go a little while, see how it
Do a
goes?
3-month track record, see what.
But they're installed a little deeper, right? They should
Trying
be
to,
installed a little
we're
bit
trying to
deeper.
put them, it's a real flush mounted.
The part that I'm talking about, they should be.
I
they
didn't
should
know
be-
it wasn't supposed to run over.
Yeah, but if you, what I'm saying,
I looked at it and I said,
yeah, a lawnmower can cause damage, and that's where most of the damage occurs when a lawnmower hits them.
yeah.
And like I said, those things are like $200 a piece, so, if you have Trico and you damage one, they make you pay for it. So, something, I guess we can keep a track of if we have this issue, going forward, but, hopefully it won't happen as much, but, something may be considered in the future that we have to do something along that line. So I do want to bring that up to you. It's something that may occur later on that we have to keep our eye on.
All the landscaping services are aware of it, aren't
I don't know, Jay. I mean,
So the other problem is they're on the state right of way also.
they are.
So if someone comes off the side of your road and runs into your yard 3 feet, they damage the meter.
But I 100% agree, there's pros and cons to it. But, it's just something we got to keep in the back of our heads that
Right.
could potentially be a cost to us that, Hardy brought this to me earlier in the week and said, what are we gonna do? We're gonna fix them or charge them? So,
they? Have we put an ad in the paper or out there?
not yet, but we can do that.
Well, let's
Is it just installed on just the head, or are they installing the whole meter?
Some places are putting the whole meter in and the
They should put it
MXU.
down deeper in the ground,
Well,
so it won't be ran over by a lawnmower. They installing a brand new one.
yeah. But
I mean, it's on there. I mean, it's hard to make it that deep. I mean, so that we.
But it ain't like they got to get out the car and
You're
reach
saying-
down and get on the ground no more.
It's just-
They just scan it.
yeah,
So
but now they just drive by them.
Well, the reading can't be made
What I'm saying
absolutely
is,
down
to
the
get
ground.
it low enough that a lawnmower would hit it, I mean,
Yeah.
because it.
That transmitter's gotta be above
It'd be
the
tough
belt.
to put it deep enough.
I talked to the guy that put it in.
Well, that's just, food for thought, something that, we don't want to incur a whole lot of costs if it's getting to be a bad problem, and that may be something we have to revisit. I told Hardy I'd bring it up in the city, because, those guys will get the calls to go out and, do those repairs. Anyway, that project's moving along. I think it's gonna be, the company that's installing them is gonna read them for us this coming month.
The 17th.
Yeah, they said it'd take 2 hours to do the whole town. So where it's been taking our guys about 2 weeks to do it. So they'll preliminary do the first reading themselves, try to work all the bugs out of it, and hopefully this is gonna, benefit our guys a lot, free up their time to, do rechecks and things like that. So hopefully it'll be a lot more accurate as well. So, that project is wrapping up, and the stormwater project continues to move as well as the wastewater treatment plant project. It's picking up some steam now as well. So everything's going well, and if there's not any other questions, that's all I have, Mayor.
City Manager, Mr. Rogers, thank you. You've been busy down there in that office. There's a lot of projects going on right now.
Pretty tough.
It's a lot to keep up with. Thank you. Ms. Bethea?
Okay, I'll start out, I'm gonna do a little short version, y'all got all your
Yes, ma'am.
papers and stuff, so. In general fund, we brought in $57,958 more in '25 than we did '24. We spent $218,351 more in '24 than we have in '25. Water and sewer, we brought in $126,099 more in '25 than we did in '24. We spent $23,408 more in '25 than we did in '24. The golf course, we got $4,834 in there right now. We haven't done any transfers as of yet. We have brought in $8,824 more in '25 than we did in '24. We spent $2,757 more in '24 than we did in '25. The 2%, we got $1,566,837 there. We brought in $17,881 more in '25 than we did in '24. We have spent $43,635 more in '25 than we did in '24, and that is due to the special events that we're using that for, a lot of that.
That's like a $4,000 more increase.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
but the events is what we're,
No, I'm talking about,
you're talking
revenues.
about what?
Revenue.
The revenue?
That's over a 4-month period of time, right?
Yeah. So, and what happens, sometimes you have some late paying over in the next month, vice versa, so.
Yeah, but that's over 4 months. so
Yeah.
kind of an average.
Average is like 70,000.
So,
No.
That's why
Stormwater, we $387,739. We brought in $273 more in '24 than we did in '25. We spent $9,245 more in '24 than we did in '25. I got it in here twice. All right, I'm good. Okay, I'm through.
All right.
That's good.
You guys have any questions? All right. Ms. Moody, downtown coordinator.
A lot of things are going on downtown. Matt Cochran is a local artist. Some of you may have heard his band, Trailer, at the First Friday at the Fountain. Sometimes they play before some of the other bands do. So he is the lead guitarist for the band. He is also, luckily enough, a drummer as well. On Thursday, when I found out that we were not going to have the Dillon High School band, I know.
Can I correct you? I'm the bassist and singer.
The bassist and singer. I'm sorry, okay. The picture that you sent me, you're holding a guitar though.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you are though. Okay. So anyway, why don't you guys stand up real quick and introduce yourselves?
My name is Tristan. I'm from Trailer, Tristan Church, Alexander Church. Play lead guitar and I do backup vocals.
Okay,
And
and
I'm the bassist and singer of Trailer. My name is Mac Cochran, and
you can play the drums.
I do also play the drums.
Okay, so that's where we're going with this. You do have a guitar in that picture you sent me though. Okay, so luckily enough, Matt can play the drums. And when I found out on Thursday we were not going to have the band, in a panic, I thought of Mac. And I called him and I'm like, can you play the drums? And he said, yes, I can. And I'm like, can you play the Long March? And he's like, what is it? So I sent him the song, a link to it from YouTube. And he was out of town. They had a gig, I believe, somewhere. And he and his family have just returned, actually, from that. And he has agreed to lead our parade. Actually, I'm not sure that I told you we were leading the parade until today. But he will actually step off tomorrow at 10:30. And he will play on a borrowed snare from Lakeview High School our parade. We will not have a silent parade under any circumstances. So I am honored to have him perform with us. His band will actually, or their band, will actually be performing at our Christmas tree lighting this year. We're going to have some monster ballads, something we're going to liven it up just a little bit. But I am looking forward to the parade tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time. So we will be leaving tomorrow with the band, or with Mac and his one snare, heading down Main Street. Huh? At 10:30, yeah, 10:30. You've got gloves?
Oh, I don't have gloves.
Okay, I will bring you some of my husband's, because it's going to be very cold tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much for coming, your family also as well, so thank you guys.
Guys, thank y'all for coming.
Appreciate it.
All right, so once again, the parade will step off tomorrow at 10:30. And John Harlow, I wanted to thank him for all the work that he's helped gather the veterans in our town to be a part of this. I think we're going to have about 200 participants, some vehicles, a lot of walkers, and I think John wanted to say something real quick also.
Thank you, Lisa. Lisa's going to pass out a copy of tomorrow's program for the members of council. Members of council, good evening, and my fellow citizens here in Dillon, good evening. I'm John Harlow, and I'm a member of the Dillon County Veterans of the Year organization. And on behalf of our commander, Tom Thompson, and the Dillon County Veterans of the Year, I want to thank you, Mayor Tally McCall, city council members, Lisa Moody, for the Veterans Day Parade honoring our veterans. This year, the parade grand marshals will be veterans with Purple Hearts. It's an honor to be in the parade with these American heroes. But let us remember those Purple Heart recipients who died of their wounds and will not be among us tomorrow. Their names are listed on the memorial wall at Veterans Square. Thank you, City of Dillon, for arranging to have golf carts for some of these Purple Heart recipients and for other veterans too in the parade tomorrow. And thank you, Bert Rogers and his office for their support to make sure the grounds of Veterans Square are set up for the Veterans Day program. The Dillon Herald, Dillon News and Beyond, and other online news platforms all promoted the Veterans Day Parade and the Veterans Day Patriotic Program at Veterans Square. We veterans greatly appreciate these news organizations and their work to faithfully support local veteran programs. You have in front of you a copy of the planned Veterans Day program tomorrow. I encourage you to take some time, look it over. A lot of work has gone into it. A lot of people from this community have worked to put that program together tomorrow that follows that wonderful parade we're having. We veterans are thankful for the past and continued support of the City of Dillon and the citizens of Dillon for us veterans and our families. It's always special to us veterans, when we hear, "Thank you for your service." It means so much to us, we never get tired of hearing it. We Veterans of the Year are thankful to Commander Joey Williams and the Dillon VFW, Commander Asa McDuffie, and American Legion Post 32, Commander David Moultrie, and American Legion Post 266, American Legion Auxiliary Unit 32 and its President Terry Hayes, Veterans Affairs Officer Valerie Graves, and other veteran groups for their past and continued support of all our veterans. Hope to see you all tomorrow at the parade and at this important patriotic Veterans Day program. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just a couple things. In your packet, there's an invitation. On Thursday, there's going to be a special arts council and Carolina's Art Guild Art Show. Kay Bradsher is one of our artists that we display in the visitor center. She's actually a very talented artist. She does display some of her artwork in some of the galleries in New York. Dress up a little bit, come get a little culture. 5:30 to 7, stop by please if you have some time. Her artwork will be the only thing displayed in the visitor center during that particular art show. Festival Marketplace ribbon cutting, your invitation's in there. Do hope to see everyone in there at the event. We will have open to the community 11 o'clock, so the invitation will be in the paper on Thursday also, so everybody will know about it. So I do hope that we'll see everyone there. I know that work interferes in some things, but we definitely hope to have as many people from the community join us. Thanksgiving Eve concert, November 26th. Now, if you're not going to be cooking Thanksgiving, then come on out and enjoy the concert. This should be a nice new yearly thing that we do, an annual event. Anderson Brothers Bank is sponsoring. They're actually cooking this one up, is kind of what I'm saying. So Thomas Road Band from Myrtle Beach will be coming out to play, so it should be a really great evening. From what I understand, Kintyre House used to host an amazing party on Thanksgiving Eve in the past. Ryan Rouse asked me if I could do something similar, you know, for the community like that used to be. It was kind of the idea how that was kind of came about, so I agreed to help them out with that. And this is what we've got. So every year we will do this on Thanksgiving Eve, and this is the first one, so we are certainly looking forward to this. I did say pyrotechnics. I did not mean fireworks. I want to make sure everybody understands that we are not going to have fireworks. Keith Bailey came to ask me some questions about that today. So it's not real fireworks. Christmas parade and tree lighting, believe it or not, I am actually starting to plan that. Johnny Lures and I will be getting ready for the parade starting tomorrow. The flyers are out, so I'm looking forward to that particular one. We are going to have some rock and roll Christmas songs this time, as well as some traditionals also. It should be a great event. I'm working on 2 other events as well, the Christmas market on December 13th, and then one with Councilwoman Daniel Smith on December 20th as well. More to come on that. Thanks.
Ms. Moody, thank you. Any questions?
The reception on the ribbon cutting, roughly, how long is that? How long will that be?
Ribbon cutting?
Ribbon cutting.
Just whenever you come.
So at 11 o'clock.
How much time to allow?
So at 11 o'clock we start. I would imagine probably 30 minutes. Those that are speaking, I've asked, to keep it within a few minutes each, and I think we've got maybe about 5 or 6 people that are going to speak. So I'd say about 30 minutes. And then for the
And all of you are welcome to speak as well. if you want.
I've actually asked everybody if they wanted to. I've called everybody, and not very many of them want to stage time. Actually, I don't think anybody did.
Thursday, my time to work.
All right, thank you, Ms. Moody. All right, citizens report. Do we have anything out there tonight? All right. You guys good? All right. Thank y'all for coming out. Old business. Ordinance 25-09, amend Title 5, Chapter 1, Business License and Permit Fees. This is the second reading. Do we have a motion? Second. All right, discussion. All right, this is the same as we talked about last time. All right, all in favor? Opposed? All right, new business. Ordinance 25-10, the annexation for Valerie Vanderhall and Jackson Seville, owners of the tract of land at 305 South 28th Avenue, Dillon. And this is the first reading. Do we have a motion?
Where's it at? I'll make a motion, man.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Right
All right.
down there,
Mr.
you know where the
Bean.
playground is on Gordon, what's it called? Gordon Park. Yeah, Gordon Park, right near it.
It's actually behind, Kenny,
That's
South
the-
28th.
Yes,
Kenny, didn't you say it's behind old Lockheed's?
yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, right across from Old Lockheed.
Yeah, the store I was telling you about the other day, behind that, I think is where it is. You know where that building they built,
Yeah, Billy's, a little small.
that they never moved into, the building, the metal
Oh,
building?
you're talking about the metal building across the street? that,
Yeah.
Campbell.
Isn't it right behind that building?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Behind
might be across
it.
the
Used to be with Grand Prix and all that. So that's back to on down the lot, on down the county.
Go ahead.
They had a government sale sign on for years or something.
Was it on residential?
Mr. Gordon.
It's on residential.
That's correct, yes, sir.
All right. Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed? moving right along, council members report. Let's start down here to my left with Councilman Perkins.
I don't have a whole lot. Bert and I met the other day with our representative from Duke Energy about trimming some trees and cutting some trees down around Farming Park. Like that. And it's gonna take a little while, but he's gonna help us remove some trees so we can plant back new trees. And also gonna trim up some limbs on 8th Avenue.
A lot of disease pecan trees at home in the park. And limbs steady falling, you know, we need to get those removed. And with our plan we talked about last meeting with the trees that we're gonna get from the state, that'd be a good place to, you know, replenish those trees with new, you know, new trees.
Thank you, Councilman. Madam Councilwoman. Councilman Davis.
I just want to personally thank David Lane for the 20 years of service he's been in the city. And I'm gonna miss you. You've done a really good job in the city of Dillon.
Thank you, Joe.
And also, tomorrow's Veterans Day, and I'd like to thank all the veterans in District 5, City of Dillon, and the greater Dillon County, and U.S. wide for all they've done to protect us from harm's way. That's all I have.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Councilman Wallace.
I'm good.
Councilman Jackson. Councilman Cowser.
I would like to address, when we get ready to do the recommendation for, David's replacement, are we gonna be notified ahead of time, or are we just gonna be?
Now, I'm gonna discuss that with y'all here in just a few minutes.
Let's see.
All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask Miss Cammy Corbett if she would mind closing us in prayer, and then we'll have a vote to go into executive session. Do you mind, Miss Cammy? Thank you so much. If you would please stand.
Lord, I just thank you for this time that we were able to come and just discuss your business about our city. I thank you and ask you, Lord, to just give us wisdom and guidance as we make decisions for this wonderful city that we live in. I just thank you for the ones that are here, and pray more will come the next month. Just give us traveling grace as we go our ways, separate ways, Lord, and we just thank you for all that you've done, all the many blessings, and even those that we're so undeserving of, Lord, that you just bless us mightily and bless us as a city. In Jesus' name, amen.
Miss Cammy, thank you.